Well, good evening. Good evening. God bless you. Welcome. It's that time again. You are watching Gretchel Dixon's Let's Chat, or better known as Fatal Distractions. Let's Chat. I need to invite someone. Tonight is going to be powerful. I know you guys say that all the time. Well, it is. It's great. It's great. Tonight I have a very special guest, Dr. Butler. I met her this past weekend. For those of you that attended Girl Church in Austin, you know that words cannot adequately describe what happened there, what God did, what God is really doing in Austin, Texas. And he used Miss Daria Brown. Shout out to Daria Brown, founder of Sparkle Pink Sparkle Club for Girls, Spark, and her handsome husband, as she always say, Pastor Antoine Brown. And I always tell him I am their first church mother, a virtual church mother over here in Austin. They are in Pensacola. So welcome, Dr. Butler. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tell everyone who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Yeah. So thank you for having me on Fatal Distractions. I'm super duper excited. Might be a little bit nervous, but excited nonetheless. My name is Dr. Butler. I am here in Pace, Florida, which is really close to Pensacola, Florida. I have my doctorate in education. My profession is a program manager, but previously I was a school teacher and did a lot of training in organizations. I have 3 daughters, 2 that I birthed and 1 I was blessed with, and my husband. And as Miss Dixon said, I met her this past weekend at Girl Church, and it was such an amazing experience. So I'm excited to be here and ready to get into some talk.
Yes, yes, yes. I want to encourage those of you that, sometimes God will tell you to do something and you don't have the blueprint, you don't know, because sometimes all you have is a word. Because back in, we read in Genesis, it was a word. All he did was speak. And so God just spoke, and it came to pass. It happened. It manifested. So that's just what he did over the weekend. I didn't know what to expect, but I did expect the Lord. I knew he was going to show up. And for those of you that know me, I'm that real analytical person because my background is accounting as well. And so I'm always trying to, how's this going to work and how's this going to happen? But I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better, Dr. Butler. Learn how to relax and like, okay, God, you tell me to do it, I'm going to do it. So for those of you that are watching, that if God has told you to do something, sometimes he's not going to give you all the blueprints. He's going to tell you to go, just to go. People may think you're crazy. That's why you can share what you're doing with everyone. You just have to go. Because a lot of times, sometimes I'll just have a word because I'm always moving. So God give me one word. And sometimes he'll say, now do this, now do this, now do this. So this weekend was powerful. Miss Daria Brown and her team drove 10 hours, 10 plus hours from Pensacola because they have a passion, a for real passion about girls. Miss Daria will drive across country for one girl. That's her ministry. And then I got to meet Dr. Butler because she came, her and her husband came. Shout out to Ned, awesome man taking care of Dr. Butler and the little butlers at home. But yeah, it was just a great time. I just love what they're doing. But tell me, what did you see? Kind of share, what did you expect coming into this? Because Austin was the first one. And, sometimes, I was always taught the first governs the rest.
Yes.
So Austin was the launching pad of the first city that they took it to. So what did you expect and what did you experience?
So kind of similar to you, as you were saying, like, okay, I'm very detail oriented. I was very much, I would say, out of my comfort zone in a good way. That was my first time ministering to youth and like telling more of my story. As I stated, I've been an educator. I've taught. I've spoken at conferences before, but speaking in that way in alignment with God I was super nervous. I didn't know what to expect. Similar to your thought process, I prayed and just continued to ask God to give me the words to connect with the girls. And so for me, for myself to experience that and to see the outcome, was truly not only a test of faith, but it also allowed me to see, okay, you have a purpose. And people have told me like you're anointed, and following my faith and stuff like that. So to actually experience it and feel it was so rewarding for myself. And then as it relates to the girls, I have a passion for girls as well. And if you would have asked me 6 months ago, would I be doing this? This was not even anything that was in my thought process. So to be blessed and to be able to attend and to actually have a hand in this whole experience and to just see the impact on the girls, it just gives me a fire inside. I'm ready for the next one. I'm ready to see lives change. Like it did something to me to just know that the girls needed and wanted that experience. So yeah, to answer the question, what did I expect? I didn't know what to expect. And the outcome was beyond what my thought would even have, my mind could even fathom, honestly. My husband was saying the same thing. He was like, I've never experienced nothing like that before in my life. I'm like, me either.
And that's how all of the conferences that the Lord gives me. And sometimes I was asking the Lord earlier this week, because I have some other things coming on the horizon that He's given me to do. It's like, for me, it's like, okay, what is this supposed to feel like? I'm still that analytical, but for me, I guess they would say, the church people would say I'm a mother in Zion, but I love girls. I have sons. I always wanted a little girl, but I have sons. Our oldest son blessed us with 3 amazing granddaughters. I just love girls, and I'm a girly girl. I'm that girly girl that yeah, I could probably imagine me as a little girl. I can kind of remember putting on my grandmother's high heels, because my grandmother was a very short lady, but she was very fashionable, and she wore 3-inch heels even back in the day. You
Yeah.
talking in the 60s, because she was so short. So
Uh-huh.
she always wore tall heels. And so I love it. And I remember I was reflecting on a word Dr. Cindy Trim gave me, I don't know, more than 5 years ago.
Mhm.
And she just touched me and said, God said your desire to work with girls, He's going to do that. Well, I
Mhm.
knew, I knew what I want. I knew I wanted to do something with girls, but I had no idea. Like you were saying, I had no
Mhm.
idea. And even sometimes now I say, God, was this it? But one
Right.
of the things about the title girl church, you think about, okay, girls going to church. Really, I think it's a service or an encounter that's designed just for them. They didn't have to dress up. They were themselves. What I
Yes.
saw was such hunger,
Mhm.
such genuineness. And I'm pretty sure if I were to ask some of them what they expect, they probably didn't know what to expect either.
Right.
And what I love about the team and what the Lord did, He met them where they were. He
Exactly.
said, one of the things that the scripture said, there's nothing new under the sun, and
Mhm.
that Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore, which is
Mhm.
true. But there's a different way to reach them than reached me or my grandparents, or even you, Dr. Butler, because you're a young lady as well, a young mom.
Mhm.
And I saw the Lord meet them where they are.
Mhm.
The speakers were, as I like to say, they were real, relevant, and raw. Not
Mhm.
raw and X-rated or anything like that.
Right.
But the girls could tell that the people generally cared.
Mhm.
They're no longer ignored. We're not
Mhm.
just going to church because my mama told me to go to church.
Exactly.
But this is finally a group of people
Mhm.
understand some of the challenges that we're going through, that we've gone through, and understand this new, I don't know what gen, they always got the G, Z and X and all of that. I don't even which gen they are. But
Yeah.
these are girls between 12 and 18,
Mm-hmm.
and they were there to receive and then to see their hunger at the end of the service, not
Mm-hmm.
just an emotional move because this is what my mama told me to do to go to the altar,
Exactly.
that I saw genuineness in the way that Daria approached them was
Mm-hmm.
not the same way I've seen it done over time and time again in church when they make the appeal if you want to give your life to Christ. So
Right.
everything was on their level where they
Mm-hmm.
understood. But the main thing is that they saw our heart. They saw
Mm-hmm.
Mary's heart. They saw your heart. And
Mm-hmm.
then you all didn't come in there looking like the church mother. You
Yeah.
came in there. Those of you, I don't know, we don't have any. I haven't seen any pictures yet of Dr. Butler. Dr. Butler was cute with her skirt on and her rhinestone. She had on her sparkle cowboy boots, like she was a real Texas, y'all, like a real. So she was like, and looking at her, you think she's too young to have this knowledge, or too young to be this parent or doctor's degree, like she's talking about. But
Mm-hmm.
don't let that outer fool you, because
Exactly.
there's a powerhouse on the inside. So
Yeah.
you are a mom of some daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your takeaway that even that you learned as a speaker that you could use with your daughters?
So the biggest thing that I learned, one, I'm taking mental notes of just how Miss Daria was speaking to the moms, and then she would speak to the girls, but to listen to my daughters. And as she mentioned, I think she was saying, like, they just want you to listen. They don't want you to solve the problem, because that's me. It's like, okay, well, what's the problem?
Mhm,
Okay, this is what we're going to do. Sometimes they just
mhm,
want you to listen. So I really took a note of that, to be mindful with situations when they may arise with my daughters, and to sometimes I just got to listen, because even if I have a solution, they may just need me to listen. And that can go a longer way than them expecting me to solve the problem. So, but I know that myself as a woman, sometimes I just need my husband to listen. So it wasn't anything new, but just thinking of it, from a mom's vantage point, I'm like, oh, okay, I want that as well. When I have an issue, sometimes I just want people to listen. I don't want you to solve it. I just want you to listen. So why would I not expect my girls to want the same thing? So yeah.
yeah, that was eye opening for me as well because I'm that problem solver. How can
Mm-hmm.
I fix it? You know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to fix everyone who don't want to be don't even ask. I'm trying to fix them, give advice. How can I help you? Because one of the things I have a business called Empower You Global, and then the ministry Empowerment Faith Christian Center. So
Mm-hmm.
empower is so important to me, and mentoring is like, how can I help you? You know, because like that, okay, because I'm that, okay, how can I help you? How can I help you be who God's called you to be, whether it's through the
Mm-hmm.
word of God, teaching you a skill, or walking you through a situation. For those that have the personality similar to mine, I heard it as well, not
Mm-hmm.
to fix it. Sometimes
Right.
just to listen. I never
Mm-hmm.
thought of that because, especially since, like you said, I'm a mother and a grandmother. That I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, when I hear stuff, okay, like where it never even dawned on me that they're talking just to share.
Exactly.
Not for me, the fixer to try to fix it. Because even my
Mm-hmm.
husband has told me before, he said, "You can't fix everything." You
Yeah.
know, because 'cause I'm trying to, help that person be this,
Mm-hmm.
be that, or push them, and then get agitated when they won't do what I say or do it
Exactly.
the way so I learned from that, and then the other thing that I learned was, where most of us parents are excited for the kids to get back to school so they can stop eating up everything all day long at home, watching TV, using my electricity,
And for me, because I work from home, I'm like, I need y'all out of my I'm at work and y'all are here. I need y'all gone so that I can
uh-huh.
work.
Yep, yep,
Y'all
yep,
out.
yep. Yeah, and so for me, and that's what I was, when especially when you ask the children, they ask the young ladies, were they excited about going back to school. I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna be excited to see their friends, the new outfits. But they said no. So parents,
Mhm.
they said no because some of
Mhm.
the pressures, not just
Exactly.
academics, but the social pressures that they're under
Mhm.
when
Mm.
they go back, not to walk back into that situation.
Yeah.
So it's so key that we as parents, grandparents, caregivers that have younger ones going, whether it's school or college, to
Mhm.
listen, to pray for them, but to listen to see what it is they need,
Mm.
what it is they need from us. But
Agree.
yeah, it was so powerful. What else did you nugget would you like to share that happened on Saturday?
Um, I found myself, especially when there were questions for the girls, and Miss Daria was prompting them to, be honest. If your mom is in here, this is the time for you to be honest. This is not a judgment area. So I found myself like, okay, don't look at them when they raise their hand about this
Mhm.
question, because I didn't want to mess up that relationship that she was
Uh-huh.
building with them. And I didn't want them to feel like, oh, they looking at me because I raised my hand for this. So I found myself being very like, okay, just look, just look straight. Don't look at who raised
Mhm.
their hand. It doesn't even matter.
Right, 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 right. Yeah,
So,
and that's key. And one of the things for those of you that's watching and replay this, girl church, the next city, I
Mobile.
believe is Mobile, Alabama.
Mhm,
That's coming up in September. So,
mhm.
what are the dates and the cities of the next?
I don't know.
I know October is Pensacola. October 4th is Pensacola because I had looked at it to
I should
see.
know. I should
And
know.
and then I think Mobile is in September, and then Dallas, I want to say maybe it's in November. But what you can do is go to sparklepink.org.
Mhm.
The dates and the cities are out there. If you want to host it, Daria and her team will come to your city. So,
I have those.
so what are the dates that you see?
So Austin just passed August 2nd and 3rd, Mobile, Alabama, September 19th and 20th, Pensacola, Florida, October 4th, and in Dallas, Texas, November 8th. So those are all the dates that are on the sparklepink.org. And then, of course, we're going back to Austin next year.
They'll
Um,
be back in Austin. So those of you that missed it this time, we're hosting a little earlier. So before summer really gets in full bloom with the girls going
mhm,
on vacation and hanging out at the water parks, we really want to pack the house next year. So now is the time
mhm,
to start building momentum and getting the word out. But we don't have the location yet, but you can
mhm,
mark your calendar. It is scheduled for next year, 2025, June 5th
mhm,
and 6th. We do a Friday night, and then a Friday night prayer, and may tweak some things for next year, and
mhm.
a service for moms and girls. Also on Monday nights, mom, you have a tribe now. You have a community. This is just growing. So it's called the
Yes.
Bloom Bible Study for Moms. It's on Monday,
Mhm.
Facebook Live. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube and the other media outlets yet, but
Right
but
now, it's just on Facebook. So you can go to the Sparkle Pink Facebook, or to Miss Daria Brown's Facebook as well, to catch the episodes that have aired. So for Bloom, right now we're only on Facebook, but I know we're supposed to start Wildflowers for teens, and that's going to be on YouTube. So more information to come on that, but you can start at Facebook and sparklepink.org, and find Sparkle Pink for teens and moms on Facebook as well, and all the information will be there, so that way you can stay up to date with our drops and anything in the future as well. And that would be a great way to reach out for those of you that are interested in bringing Girls Church to your city, or if you want a different type of program. I know Miss Daria has a lot of different outlines that's suitable for all group sizes, so you can reach her on Facebook. And you could follow me on Facebook. I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook, but follow me anyway.
Yeah. On Facebook, she's Dr.
Yeah.
Deleesa Butler.
Yes.
On Facebook, you can follow her there. But yeah, sparklepink.org is a great place to find all the
Mm-hmm.
resources because they're launching some one-on-one. Because once we
Mm-hmm.
did this conference, we didn't want to just say, okay, the conference is over. Uh,
Right.
they are forming a community. So
Mm-hmm.
those young ladies that we connected to at this event, we're going to have connection with them. We pray from now on till they get
Mm-hmm.
past 18, because
Mm-hmm.
like she said, Daria has created several things for them to be connected, and
Mm-hmm.
she's returning. She's not just leaving them. And before she
Mm-hmm.
physically returns, there are going to be some YouTube events one-on-one with the girls so they can stay connected, because
Mm-hmm.
they, it's something to expose someone and open them up, but then you drop me. This
Right.
was great, this was good, we had a great time, but follow up. So that's one of the
Mm-hmm.
things that the team decided. There's going to be a follow up. This is going to grow nationwide. But yeah, reach out to Daria Brown. She's on Facebook, or Deleesa Butler, or go directly to sparklepink.org. And like I said, and you can message, you can ask your questions, because they will definitely reach out to you. They will respond. And also, if you want to become a partner, because
Yes.
the registration was very low. The registration was $10, but we ended up just giving space, giving seats away, because
Mm-hmm.
it's more important to minister to the girls and their moms than the money. And thankfully, we had sponsors and donations that came in to help sponsor,
Mm-hmm.
and we made sure all the girls and the moms got swag bags with goodies and stuff in it.
Yes, they loved it, especially that lip gloss. They love that. I'm like, I didn't get the lip gloss. I want to know what the lip gloss was. They love
Yeah, the lip gloss. Yeah, so the bags were filled with things that teen girls love. Yeah, they love that. That was the first thing, they were going in their bags, putting it on.
Yeah. This is the best lip gloss. I said, well, what
Wow.
is it? What is the lip
Yeah.
gloss?
Yeah. Well, I know we're on limited time, but I just wanted to do a recap for those of you that are watching, to know that yes, we just launched Girl Church in Austin. It was a huge
Mhm,
success. The Lord poured out His Spirit, lives were changed, and never to be. They will never be the same again. The
mhm.
Lord blessed all of us, the parents, the workers, all of us were touched. No, like I said, we're touched. I think us grown-ups wasn't hardly a dry out in the house
Nope.
during the winter time, because I heard some mothers say, we were doing more crying than the girls, and I think we may have had more adult women than girls as
Mhm.
well,
We
but
did.
God knew what He was doing, and I'm so thankful, Dr. Butler, for you taking the time out of your busy schedule to just come on today and just kind of share a little bit about it, and we'll be doing some other things. So those of you that are watching, I thank you guys for coming on, and just stay tuned. Some great things are coming. You guys have a great week. God bless you.
God bless.